All right. We should be good this morning. Shout out to I Hate Mutts already in the building. So this will be a member created collaboration. And I wanted to deal with this video that seems to be going viral. London and UK Street News posted it a few hours ago, if I'm not mistaken, December 10th. So I'm in the US. I think this broke not even 24 hours ago. Check this out. Let me kill this sound. You see that guy? See that guy? And look at this woman here. That's her dog. Both of them belong to her. What is she doing? You know what she's doing? She's sitting back and trying to let him control it. And when she understands that he can't control it, it's not his dog, she tries to go get it. And the dog still tries to attack this man. He luckily sort of fought it off, and he almost fell on the train tracks as the train passed. Right before the train passed, he would have been in all kinds of trouble. Now, this is a woman with 2 XL bullies. Already you can see she's arrogant. For her to even think she could control one is arrogant, but 2, this is why some people beat these people up. They get infuriated because the dog owner knows they knew that they wouldn't be able to control these things. And this tiny little old woman thought she was about to look sexy and edgy and hardcore by walking through a public, my goodness, with all of these people. Wanted to bring 2 XL bullies just to intimidate and bully other people. If you ask me, that was her only reason for doing this. And that's the only reason that all of them do it. Bringing these things into public places as if they need them. Who in the world do she think she is? Sitting back as she has lost control of one of her dogs. Who does she think she is to just be able to sit there clearly expecting this man that she doesn't even know to gain control of this dog? And she was expecting this man to eventually bring that dog back to her. I wouldn't doubt that she was saying something during this time. Ridiculous. And this is why these are the worst people in society. Nobody gives these people any smoke. Why not? See, stuff like this takes my attention off of the other things that people giving so much. We got problems right here in this country. Now, the killer part about this is the comments. Look at this person. As I said from day one, picking on one breed isn't the answer. Chavs, I guess that's some UK lingo. Chavs who shouldn't have dogs are always going to cause dangerous problems. Ban the owners, not the dogs. Now, I responded to this person and said what I always say. You ban the dogs themselves. That's how you ban the owners. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh, but some of them are responsible. No, nobody would have been responsible for bringing 2 bully breeds around all these people. You can't call anybody a responsible owner who brings 2 of these things in a public place like this. Nobody. Because all of them, no matter who it is, they can lose. There's a high chance they lose control of them, especially if they try to attack someone. But that's what this person is trying to imply. Well, it was just an irresponsible owner. And I guarantee this person would not be able to keep control of 2 XL bullies. Yeah, you ban the owners by banning the dogs. Look at this. This will continue until we start sending reckless dog owners to jail. They're all reckless. They're all reckless. The answer, the solution, is to ban the dogs themselves. Also, this person made another tweet that I responded to. Where is that? I have to find it. Yeah, it's this one. This will continue until we start sending reckless dog owners to jail or huge fines. There are no bad dogs, only terrible owners. Again, people, that's not even possible. You can't be a terrible owner if you don't have a terrible so-called pet. That's the only thing that can make you a terrible owner. And we're talking about this scenario, an attack scenario. Don't tell me in this scenario the dog wasn't terrible. Yes, it was. It was the one launching the attack. These comments are insane. They're insane. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like this guy removed my response to this. There are no bad dogs, only terrible owners. If you can't control your dogs, don't take them out during the day. In fact, don't take their leashes off in public. You know, if you can't control your dogs, you know what they're talking about. Talking about if you don't have mind control over your dogs, or if you haven't trained them to obey your every word and never disobey. There's not a single nutter on the planet who has that much control over any dog. None. They're all fully aware that these dogs will do what they want to do in certain moments, regardless of their stupid. What they do, they simply don't record the times that they fail. They'll only record their successful moments, and they'll upload those videos to a YouTube channel. And you sit there looking at them, start thinking, oh, this person has magical powers. That's what happens. The insanity. It's like I can't help but read these people's responses. I agree. But also at the core, I don't think you can ever be 100% trustful of a dog. Even well-behaved dogs sometimes snap. Exactly. This is why, unless you are very certain that there is no one around, keep your dog on a leash. See, more delusional talk. Keep it on a leash, which suggests that everybody in the world is capable of maintaining control over an XL bully as long as it's on a leash. That's unrealistic thinking. Okay? The comments and statements like this infuriate me. I don't even like to go back and forth and have no debate with people who's making statements like this. I really don't. Because you're not grounded in reality enough. and you'll just end up upsetting me, talking crazy. A dog is an animal, and no matter how good boy they are, you can't always completely trust them. And a leash is not going to give you complete power over them. Like, what is wrong with these people's brains? Why don't their brains go further than that? Like, you even see videos like they've probably lost control of a dog before themselves. But yet they go around talking like a leash is the magic solution. Look at this. Yeah, when I bring my wild tiger out in public, I always keep him on a leash. No bad tigers, only bad owners. Come on. There's a size and weight factor with these dogs. They are too big. There is no place in society for pet animals that can overpower a human. Now, that deserves retweeted and a like and all that. And look at what this person said. So you are blaming pet animals for being animals? What is a pet animal? And what do you mean blaming them for being animals? If what you call being animals is launching attacks, then that's exactly why they don't belong in society. If attack and launching attacks is a part of their nature, as you just suggested, see, they didn't mean to say that. See, they contradict themselves. You're blaming pet animals for being... If they're just being animals, then how can you also say that their behavior is the result of horrible owners? This same person just said that this is the result of bad owners. And now they turn around and say, oh, the animal's just being an animal. So now you're admitting that it's the animal that's the problem. And these are not even animals. That's the whole point. Unbelievable. And they don't, they don't see their own contradictions and insanity. It's insane. You're right that dogs come in different weights and sizes, which is why a 70-year-old woman shouldn't own a Rottweiler or even try to walk one. As if only 70-year-olds are incapable of controlling these things. We've seen people of all shapes and sizes lose control over these things. I just showed one dog yesterday pulling a whole big fat man. That man was very short, but he was obese. He was well over 200 pounds. He was heavier than that dog. And that dog almost pulled him off his feet. What do you think two is going to do? He couldn't even control one. So I don't understand what's wrong with these people's brains. Their thought process. It's unbelievable to me. So, wow. This will be another video. Okay, yeah. Stupid is as stupid does. You know what? I want to try something. I want to see if I can start a stream off with the members and then convert to public. Let me see if I have the option. Yeah, I did it. So now we're public. Okay. So shout out to Nocturnal Lux. So I'm still trying to figure out how to use YouTube. And I started off, we're 14 minutes in to a live stream, and I've been with the members only. So I guess that's an option for content creators. One of the options is you could sort of start a stream with the members, get the members input, sort of like a panel. You know how those panels will start off with maybe one or two people talking about a subject. Then they'll bring in other people. Let's go to such and such with CBS and get their input. So you can sort of manage a channel like that. Start off with the members, because this will just go into the archives as just another live stream. Go over it with the members first, get their input, and then boom, go public and get everybody else's input. But we went over this video is going viral. As you see in the thumbnail, I know a lot of people, if not everybody in the UK, has heard about it by now. It is a pretty shocking video. Shout out to everybody early in the morning. Good morning. It's the AM here in the United States. I had a pleasant weekend. Hope you all had a pleasant weekend as well. But a horrible situation went down over there in the UK. Here it is. Now, when I first saw this, I thought that was his dog. And I thought he gained control of it, or was trying to gain control of it. It was like, okay, what is this? He has it by the leash. So somehow this man got hold of the leash after the owner lost control of her dog. Now, she went in this public place with 2 XL bullies. Now, right away, that's arrogant, very disrespectful and arrogant for a little tiny woman. A little tiny woman. She walking, trying to look edgy, trying to look sexy and dangerous. Look at me, wanting to intimidate people and scare people, getting off on scaring people. I showed y'all the comment from a lover of bully breeds who said, I love how muscular they are. Now look at how she's just, those were her dogs. And you notice how she's standing there, just watching. And I believe she was expecting him to gain control of that dog and maybe even bring it over to her. Now let's get some audio. I don't like having the audio on. Hopefully I can keep it low and it's not too loud. What did she say? Wait a minute. She said, give me the dog. There you go. Can I have it? Give me the dog. This thing is trying to attack him. What are you talking about? Give me the dog. It's trying to attack him. She talking like he got full control over it. You just lost control over one of your dogs. What you talking about? Give me the dog. This ain't no toy. This is what I'm talking about. You've got sociopaths, psychopaths. They are drawn to these killers. Why wouldn't they be? It's basically only the sociopaths and psychopaths who own these things. That's why they own them. So these things, these types of scenarios are going to go down. And you telling me over in the UK you cannot carry guns? And but people are allowed to bring their dogs. UK is, listen, that's a disgrace to the whole country. To put people at risk like that is such a disgrace. And the UK is just as much of a dump because of that. That's horrible. That's worse than here in the United States. It's bad enough they allow people to bring dogs in public places like this, but at least we can be armed. Y'all strip the people of firearms, but you give firearms to the psychopaths in your society, to the sociopaths in your society. Really? Firearms in the form of the dogs? If you shoot me in the head and I die instantly, I'd much rather die like that than to be killed by dogs. And you take those weapons, wow. That makes, I thought, all this time, I thought the United States was far worse than every country on the planet. But that takes the cake. And the bad thing It's not just the UK. I remember doing a story on the Netherlands or somewhere else it was another European country. And there was people in the comment section who told me they're not allowed to have guns there. I'm like, what? And I looked it up, and sure enough, and it was not the UK. Countries like that, those are the worst countries to live in. I think, if I'm not mistaken, India is like that too. And did y'all hear about that story that came? Oh, man. Very bad story coming out of India. I will get to that probably on a different live stream. But as y'all saw, this man almost fell onto those tracks as that train was coming up. He almost fell. And had he fell onto those tracks, there's a good chance that it would have been a wrap for him. It would have been a wrap. He fell right in time to get hit by the train. Had he fell onto the tracks, or had that attack progressed out to the tracks, this woman, she almost killed him. And she's already being arrogant. Now, watch how difficult it is to get her name, because they're going to give her plenty of time to scrub her social media, to remove all the nuttery, which is what they always do. That's routine. Something goes down, you don't hear any names for a while because they're allowing them to scrub their social media. Very disgusting culture, man. This is a very criminal, extremely criminal. And it's not just in countries where they strip guns. Everywhere where people can just bring these things into society, period. These things should not be around your corner, down your block, down your street. Talking about bring me the dog, give me the dog. As if you can just completely control a dog that's attacking you. Even if it's not attacking you. You can't just take it somewhere. Like, what are you do you see what happened here? She tried to transfer her relationship with the dog to him. She thinks just because she can walk the dogs to different places that anybody can, as long as they got hold of the leash. You know, totally dismissing the fact that she is the one that feeds these food-obsessed parasites all their worthless life. This is what I'm talking about. Give me the dog. Give me the dog. Bring it to me. Can I have it? Give me the Can I have it? It's like a kid. Doesn't that sound like a kid? Can I have it? Give it to me. Really? Oh, man. What is this? Can I see the dog? Man, this woman has to be under the influence. If she's not under the influence, can you imagine how she talks when she's under the influence? Can you imagine how terrible that would be? Oh my goodness. So again, that came out of the UK. This woman, I'm going to try to find her social media, see if she has social media. I'd love to see her belief in her control over them. I'm pretty sure she's saying stuff like, oh, they would never harm a fly. They wouldn't harm. I go out, I take my dogs out in public all the time. How is she not saying that on her social media when she's doing it on camera? And they are perfect. They love everyone. Everyone loves them. And I love seeing how scared people are when I walk past them. No, this is terrible. So that's just, it's too crazy. It's too, antisocial, in my opinion, to stand the test of time. Dog culture as it exists today, where people can have fighting breeds that were bred for fighting, and then further mutated to increase their size, strength, and really aggression, because they become more of a mutant, more dysfunctional. No, that won't stand the test. This won't stand the test of time. Okay? And if it does, you're going to have to create parts of this world where these things are not allowed. Because there is a population right now who does not want to live anywhere around dogs. And by default, dog owners. Okay? Dog owners, they love to try to personalize this criticism. They love to try to turn it into personal attacks, knowing that if they simply got rid of the dogs, nobody would complain. We wouldn't have anything to complain about. Okay? We can prove that this is not a personal attack. And we can prove that you're insane and endangering people. We got far too much evidence to prove that y'all cannot control these things. No matter if it's one or two. Again, just yesterday I showed y'all that man almost got snatched off his feet by one bully breed. Dog pulled him to the van. Nobody can control these things. Y'all let people walk around with two just because it's on a leash? Unrealistic, crazy thinking. How can masses of people put their minds together and come out with that? How's that even possible? Okay? Trash cultures, primitive cultures. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. You should all be ashamed if you accept a culture like this. It's primitive and subhuman. Shout out to all the people who want to live in an evolved civilization, who want to evolve, who's not primitive, not living out a primitive lifestyle, a disgusting, dangerous, health hazardous, physically hazardous, demonic lifestyle. Shout out to you. And I hope to see you all on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.